Okay, mic test, mic test. Let me check my YouTube whether I can hear the sound, the volume. Mic test. Mic test. Mic test. Okay, can. Okay, so today is 20th August 2026, and not bad. We know we have a good earnings, and then we'll touch on one by one. I mean, earnings as in profits. Okay, so let's go through again. Okay, so weekly time frame, we are still in this range, and a lot of people was like, oh, it's coming down. Yeah, but no, it's not yet. Okay, not yet. Okay, daily time frame, we are at this sell zone and immediately sell down. Okay, tap a few times before it's come straight down. Okay, but however, this is not the end of world. Okay, I still want price to come to here. Okay, whether we are heading down, not too sure, but for a day time frame, for price to reach the day time frame target, right, it usually will take months. Okay, so you just have to be patient. Okay, 4 hours time frame, that day itself, which is like 2 days ago, the market just sell all the way down. No chance of buying. Yeah, and you can see that I already list out some sell zones. This is probably the sell zones, and followed by this 4-hour sell zone, which is more prominent than this one. Okay, this one is more prominent, and of course no more. Then we look at the 1 hour time. You can see this consolidation inside this bar itself. Okay, inside this bar. So you can actually highlight this bar, the upper limit of the the opening of this bar. Okay, so at any point we can close above. We can start to think about 4 hours sell zone. Okay, let's look at 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, there's a 1 hour fair value gap here. Yeah, and we may want to test this also. Okay, yesterday we tested this. You can see that. Okay, yesterday we tested this, and immediately when market open, tested, sell down. Okay, so this why we may see some struggle, but it may not be that prominent anymore, because tested 1 time, 2 time. Okay, 2 times. Okay, so now I'm looking at this one, because it break out. You can see that the 1 hour time frame, it break out of this range, this candle especially, and then now it's trying now to consolidate in above this range. Okay, so I see that we can see price moving and closing above the 4 hours candle. Okay, the 4 hours candle just now we saw. Okay, these 4 hour candles. Okay, we always remember what you draw. Okay, if you forget what you draw, then means you are in deep shit. Okay, so we are moving, definitely we are moving towards this candle itself. Okay, but probably we will stay inside this candle for the entire week already. Yeah, and we have seen this many times. Okay, so this is 1 hour fair value gap, and this is 4 hour sell zone. Okay, just be worried, and we may see a pullback, because yesterday we have a couple of news. Okay, the first news is that the banks, I shared this on Discord. I don't know whether my previous videos got share that there is bond options, and the Treasury Benson, right, decided to buy back, to increase the buying of bonds from 2 billion to 4 billion a month, which is substantial. So that's why the market rally. But 4 billion a month all the way to November, right? Actually, not much because now it's August, but it will start at September. So September, October, November, 3 months. It's just enough for midterms, and maybe and it forces the yields to drop down, and that's why the bond price goes up. TLT, I'm now in profit, but I feel that this is just a temporary measures for midterm, and you can see that Donald Trump has a lot of issues now. Okay, yeah, the Iran war. Okay, and he's still pushing for what? China, isolation of China, using the NATO, and many more, many more. So this is a very serious issue that Donald Trump is doing. And like I mentioned before, right, on my many videos, right, I share that Donald Trump understand that this is his last chance to milk the US. Why did I say that? Because this is, he cannot have the third term, and this is his second term, and which is the last term, and he wants to do something already. And that's why I tell you the midterm is very important, because we cannot let him get back the majority, because if he get back the majority, then he will have more, because if he gets back majority, right, then he still has the power. When he still has the power, he can do a lot of crazy things just for his milking of the US system. You can see that he's milking the entire US system. The crypto, he's manipulating every single things to his advantage, to his sons, daughters, and then his wife. What the recent news about Natalia Hub? The wife. So to me is that I honestly I supported Trump again, rather than Biden, because Biden has dementia, senile, and someone is like puppet master on Biden, and and that's why I feel that we must get Biden out and Trump in. But when Trump in, then I realize that both are equally atrocious. Okay, one is being manipulated by puppet master, the other one is a puppet master himself. So you can see the difference. Biden is a puppet, but Trump is the puppet master. So to me is that US is in deep trouble because of the debt, and it might not solve that easily. And I am already seeing that the market will be tanking anytime soon after the midterms. And that is why if you watch my video, the previous videos, right, I mentioned that probably the for this SPX, right, we can see coming down to 6,900. I think so, yeah, 6,900 level before the Federal Reserve step in to print the money. But printing the money doesn't solve the debt issues. So something has to give way, and the next president will have to do something. And we may crash for 2 years. After the midterms, we may crash for entire 2 years. Okay, and the bond market will fly once the Fed do something. That is why I have been telling people around me that the bonds is going to fly. It's going to fly. Okay, and let's continue on with Nasdaq. Okay, so this is Nasdaq. Let's go to SPX. SPX I didn't draw because I'm not trading on SPX. Yeah, so now I can draw on the spot. Okay, for viewers. Okay, so like I mentioned that this level we cannot drop. If it drop, then it has potential. Yeah, so you can see that it dropped and it pushed up, and and we can see that this is a minor drop, a minor closing, and then immediately the market push all the way up. Okay, so now we are retesting this level again, whether we are going to hold. So I'm going to say that if we are going to hold, then we may go higher. Otherwise, we can go back down. Okay, we are going to go back down here. Okay, 7,500. 7,500 to the upper limit is 7,581. Okay, so this is one of the area that I'm looking at. When I am not too sure, like I mentioned, daily time frame might take a few months, or like 3-4 weeks to 2 months. Okay, so we just have to wait for it. If you are the buyers, okay, if you are trading indices like SPX, Nasdaq, all this, then of course you want the accuracy. But if you want to buy stocks at this level, it's a good time to buy stocks, and you need to do the research properly. Okay, stocks can still go lower if you are buying a lousy stocks. Then once the price comes to 6,900 area, this range, 6,004 to 6,009, this area, I will buy even more. Okay, buy all the quality ones. Okay, so now we're going to go to 4 hours time frame for more details. So this is the buy zone that I share, and you see that it comes down, go back up, breaks and retested and come back down. So this buy zone is now the resistance for this level, under this levels, which is I use a pivot to gauge 7730. So and this range, I think that SPS might be stuck at this range for a while before coming down towards 7,500 to 7,600 level. Okay, yep. Okay, so for 1 hour time frame, let me see if we can find any clues of sell zones. Currently I see this as a sell zone. Yeah, I see this as a sell zone. This area, this point area is sell zones. Okay, and probably this candle is a sell zone. Okay, yeah. So 1 hour time frame. Yep. So we are don't bother about the lines, because the lines is, if you look at the previous videos, I was sharing how it will go, how the scenario going to work out. Okay, based on the 4 hours time frame, you can look at it. It's like quite accurate already. And we come down, close below, and we test again, and we make it come down. Okay, but yesterday news is manipulated, so you can go higher now. Or the market doesn't believe in the news, or think that it's not enough to save the market, then we can still continue go lower. Okay, so at the moment I see this as the sell zone. This is the sell zone, and then I see this as the buy zones. They all coincide together. You can see the confluence. This is crazy. SPX is 2 pack already. That's why I feel that Nasdaq is still better to trade than SPX. You see, this entire candle here is the buyers are there camping. Yeah. However, we are looking at the higher lows and probably at higher highs. Yeah. But the 4 hours time frame, we probably stuck at this range. Yeah, probably this whole entire range for quite some time. Probably this week. Okay, so for gold, for those who saw my video on gold, I mentioned about R2, right? Yeah. So it went to all the way bazooka upwards to 100. I think last night it went to 3%. The change right is 3%, 3 point something percent, and they go up around 170 points from this level to all the way up 170 points. It's crazy, right? Yeah. So that's why I say you can look at this. My goal is always up. Yeah. Either you go all the way or come down and go all the way. But yesterday it proved me that it is more bullish. R2 hit, and now we are retracing, but it's still very bullish for gold because of the yields, and it shows one thing. The US is desperate now because first BOJ has their own issues, and if they are going to use the FEMA repo system, right, it will also means that US have to spend more money on to save the BOJ, to prevent BOJ from selling their bonds. And then now they are also saving their bonds by buying back the long dated bonds and pushing the yields down. Same for BOJ, they are also pushing the yields down. So for institutions, financial institutions, or for retails, we see this as a weakness. Most people will see this as a weakness now, because for sound system, right, you don't need to save. But when you do something, means the system itself is ringing a warning signal. And that is why I say that after the midterms, if Republicans lose the whole majority, I can tell you that Donald Trump, what he can do is to spread fake news and milk as much as possible, and then pardon himself and his children. Okay, this is the most important thing, because Biden used the pardon to save his aides, yeah, his close personnels, all this. And Trump learned from him and will do the pardon on his people. That is the problem with US. Why is there a pardon for right, that is usable but for the president? There should not be a pardon for anyone, because we are humans. Okay, you are wrong, and you deserve a punishment, and not hide behind the pardon. So I think next time US should abolish this system. This pardon is bullshit. No countries on earth, right, do this. No countries. Okay, so for gold, let me look at 4 hour time frame. Yeah, because it's a very long candle up, because it happens during the afternoon period of the US timing. So I have to let the market to build the structure first. And the moment this is the buy zone, if it holds, we can go even higher to R3. Yeah, if it holds, we can go even higher to R3, which is close to 4,600. Okay, we are very near now. So you can look for those smaller time frame for more confirmations. Okay, otherwise you can put here, you can see this one also 15 minutes. Yeah, so it has tested many times, and more high chance it can come back to 4440, but drop 50 points should be good enough, and then it bounce back up. Okay, so it depends. Okay, this is a buy zone at least for now, and if market bounce, you must look at the smaller time frame for entry. USD JPY, again, because of the yields and dollar depreciate again. Okay, they have to sacrifice the dollar. Yeah, and that is why they are doing cryptos, digital coins, digital currency, so that the USD remains strong. But the thing is, they are losing the war, and they are reserve currency is going to be bad, okay, and more countries will be using let's say universal. If there's a universal digital coin, more people will use digital, the universal one. Yep. So I mentioned that now when if it goes down, tap and then come back down again. Okay, so we are going to see something like this soon. FTSE, yep, nothing much. Okay, on a weekly time frame. What about the daily time frame? Is this? Okay, so stuck here, it might come back down. Okay, to touch the buy zones. DAX also very near the buy zone. I'm waiting for DAX. Okay, and you can see that Japanese Nikkei, my buy zone. And you can see this wick here. Yeah. So I'm also very keen, but today I have no time because I'm going for a meeting. So you can see, very good. Yeah, very good here. If it bounce, I'm going to enter here. This is the buy zone, which I'm really like it. Let me see. Okay, looks like this is the sell zone here on the 1 hour time frame. This is the sell zone here. Okay, then I need it to go. Let's say if we bounce, I need to go up, come back down, retest this level, and go back up again. Okay, I want to see this. Yeah. Okay, we are in the buy zone, so we just have to wait. Yeah, so that's all for today. I hope you guys earn some money, and the stocks that I shared Discord are all performing very well. I was saying about Netflix over $78, which is 78 points, is a good buy, and now Netflix is around 80 to 81, and previously it went to 79, which closed above the 78, and I mentioned to buy at the retracement because it's a good ride, but we need a cycle higher low. So I was telling the followers to come in and buy at around the 70s range, 72 to 73 range. I don't think it hit, but no, later part it rallied all the way. Yeah, I think it come back down to 74 or 75. So it come back down and then rally all the way up. Okay, so for those who had didn't enter, then so sorry about that. If you should enter when I say 70, 72, all these can buy already. Okay, another one is the now ServiceNow. I also enter few more position. I was sharing with the followers that 112 to 121 is a good retracement buy zone for now to rebound, and I think ServiceNow went down to as low as 116, 117. Yeah, and then it's unable to perform move downwards to my lower limit of the buy zone 112, so it rallied up to now I think 120 again. Hey, 123. So I can see that there are buyers on ServiceNow and Netflix. These two, the market is not performing. These two are performing, and it seems that there is a rotation out of the semis, slow rotation out of the hyperscalers, and I'm looking at the hyperscalers now to find a good buy zone. And stay tuned for my next video on the next stock update analysis. Okay, I want a lot of followers, I want a lot of viewers. Do subscribe, share and follow. Okay, please do that. If not, it's waste of my time to just spend on a few followers. Okay, thank you, bye bye.